Good evening, everyone. Jesus said to the Pharisees, "There was a rich man who dressed in purple garments and fine linen and dined sumptuously each day. And lying at his door was a poor man named Lazarus, covered with sores, who would gladly have eaten his fill of the scraps that fell from the rich man's table. Dogs even used to come and lick his sores. When the poor man died, he was carried away by the angels to the bosom of Abraham." Luke 16, verses 19 to 22. No rational person would want to go to hell. The rich man in this parable certainly did not desire hell, but his actions led him there. Most people, however, do want to be rich in this world. In fact, many people would think it irrational not to desire wealth. It is very rare to find a person who chooses to live in simplicity as a means to deeper spiritual fulfillment and as a preparation for the riches of heaven. But one clear message from our gospel story today is that the life that Lazarus lived on earth was far better than that of the rich man. So which life do you prefer here and now? While it is true that the rich man's riches were not the exclusive cause of his eternal damnation, it is also true that his riches impose upon him a temptation toward selfishness and indifference to the needs of others, which ended in his eternal demise. Imagine that you won many millions of dollars. What would you do with it? As a good Christian, you might immediately profess that you would use that money for good, to help the poor and make a difference in the lives of others. What would the ideal response be to winning many millions of dollars? Would it suffice to give away 10% and then use the rest for yourself? Probably not. One thing that this parable teaches is that material wealth not only adds nothing of value to our eternal reward, it also adds much temptation to our lives. True, if you receive a lot of money and then use that money exclusively for good in accord with God's will, that would be a holy act of charity on your part and good for your eternal soul. But doing so would be very difficult. It would be very difficult to resist the temptation that comes from material wealth. Is it good to be rich? It is certainly good to be able to take care of your basic needs in life and those of your family. Having money helps you to do that. But once our basic needs have been met, the money left over is far more of a temptation than it is a blessing. We have to believe that. And if you are among those who want to become rich so that you can help others, consider this scenario. If that is your motivation, and if you did win a large amount of money, would it be possible for you to continue living the way you are living now? Imagine staying in the same home, driving the same car, having the same lifestyle, and using all the money you obtain 100% for the glory of God and the good of others. That would be hard to do. But if you could do that, not only would it be good for others, it would be exceptionally good for your own soul. Though this gospel story has made valuable lessons in it, One of the clearest messages is that earthly poverty benefits a soul far more than earthly wealth. Many people will find that hard to accept. Reflect today upon the stark contrast between Lazarus and the rich man. One dined sumptuously every day, and clothed in the fine linen and purple garments, and then spent eternity in the netherworld where he was tormented. The other longed to eat the scraps from another's table, had no home, was covered in sores, but spent eternity in heaven after being carried away by the angels to the bosom of Abraham. Choose to imitate Lazarus rather than the rich man. If you have many material possessions, work hard at being detached from them. Live simply, be generous, and never neglect those in need. If you have very little, do not covet more. Eliminate envy, don't despair. Trust in the providence of God and rejoice that, like Lazarus, you are able to build up eternal riches within your soul that will remain with you forever. And God bless you.
Mga kapatid sa pananampalataya, nandito po tayo ngayon sa 26 na linggo ng karaniwang panahon. Makabagbag damdamin po ang mga pagbasa natin sa linggong ito. Lalo po niugnay natin ang unang pagbasa mula sa aklat ni Amos at sa Ebanghelyo, halos sa Ebanghelyo ni San Lucas. Ang ating Panginoon sa aklat ng Amos tumutuligsa sa mga mayayaman, sa mga meron, sa mga taong nagpapasasa ng kanilang kayamanan. At sa kabilang dako naman, merong mga mahihirap, merong nakikaos, sila man ay nag-aabuso, sila man ay hindi nagawad ng kanilang awa, sila man nagbabaliwala sa kanila. Inuutos din po, mga kapatid, ni Pablo kay Timoteo na maging tapat sa pananampalataya hanggang sa pagdating ng ating Panginoon. Maging tapat kahit paman sa anumang mga balakid. Maging tapat kahit paman sa anumang klaseng problema, suliranin, dagok, o hamon sa buhay. Ating mga problema, hamon, suliranin, hindi po natin maiwasan. Subalit isa pong dakilang panyaya na tayo po'y maging tapat, maging totoo, uugat sa ating pananampalataya na merong Diyos na hindi nakakalimot, merong Diyos na umagapay, merong Diyos na umaalalay po sa ating lahat. Ang talinghaga patungkol sa mayaman at sa mahirap na tao si Lazarus, napaka-pamilyar na po para sa atin. Ang isa pong mayaman na kung saan nagdaramit ng magagarang damit at sagana sa mga pagkain araw-araw ay simbolo ng mga taong pinagkalooban ng Diyos ng biyaya sa mga material na bagay. Sagana sa lahat. Sagana sa pagkain, magagandang damit, magagarang damit, maganda ang sitwasyon, magagarang bahay, at marami pang iba, mga kapatid. Sa kabilang dako, si Lazarus naman po ay sumasagisag ng isang taong salat sa napakaraming bagay ay may karamdaman. May karamdamang magamot man sana kung mayroong taong nakikiisa, maaawa, tutulong sa kanya. Subalit malaman po natin mga kapatid, imbis magbahagi ng katitingman lamang ng kanyang ararian ay isang mayamang tao. Hindi po niya ginawa yun. Pagkos siya'y nagbubulag-bulagan, nagbibingi-bingian, siya'y nagmamatigas ng kanyang puso. At para sa kanya, wala siyang pakialam sa mga tao na naghihirap, nagdaraw sa buhay. Subalit mga kapatid, sa panahon ng kamatayan o pagbabalik natin sa ating Diyos, meron pong kabaligtaran, kabalintunaang mangyayari. Si Lazarus kasama si Abraham at mga anghel at ang mayamang lalaki naman naghirap sa Hades, sa impyerno. Ika nga po kung gaano po siya kasagana sa panahon niya sa mundo, ganoon din po siya naghirap sa kabilang buhay. Kung gaano naghirap si Lazaro, naging masagana naman, naging masaya sa kabilang buhay. Tatanong siguro sa atin mga kapatid, saan po ba tayo sa dalawang taong sumisimbolo ng dalawang uri, dalawang klaseng mananampalataya? Sa tao bang sagana sa napakaraming bagay, pinagkalooban ng Diyos ng mga biyaya, subalit hindi man lamang marunong lumingon, hindi man lamang makakaramdam sa mga nangangailangan? O tayo ba ay ang mga Lazarus, naghihirap, nagdarahop, subalit dahil sa ating pananampalataya sa ating Panginoong Diyos, makakaranas din tayo ng kalwalhatian sa ating Diyos Ama.